time when you make sure you've got everything sorted
No, I
exactly how
think
you
I
want it.
do. I think I've gotten my things right now.
I think the nervousness is starting to set in for Ibo now. She's
I've been
getting
drinking wine
nervous.
to calm the nerves. And then I
Calm the
think I
nerves.
drank too
Look,
much because now I'm tired.
look, this is probably one of the first times you've properly conversed with me in this type of manner, right? You can tell I am as normal. Well, scratch that. I am as human as they come, okay? Not normal, okay? That's just fucking far-fetched, okay?
I want to say human too. I'm not gonna go with normal.
I'm fucking far from it.
Start share the chat.
Ibo's stream, average Ibo stream delay is 37.5 minutes.
Kinda is, I know.
Trying so hard, no, I haven't.
Giving myself a normal label is risky business. That's why I didn't do it.
This feels a little
Right.
impulsive.
That's why I gave myself the human label.
Yes, human label. Like, I will quickly grab a drink and then we shall get this stuff started.
Yes.
Because I'll need to make sure that's at the top of the podcast. Chat GPT, Patreon, and YouTube will all kick my ass at the same time.
All the stuffy.
Hello Kitty sitting on the bed, Noodle sleeping tight or barking away. I've got booze under my
Hi Vixen. Enjoy your stream. Thank you for the alert. And hi Porter. I know my intro thing is still going. You might hear me over the music.
Monster for the monster.
I
Perfect.
can't sing, I don't care. Yes, I'm amazing, don't you
No, but
think?
your intro to pass before
See,
I
I'm
start
ready
the actual
going
podcast
for
intro.
it again. Yes, I'll always take a stand. The stream goes on, the level goes down.
Oh,
Hello?
Baby, don't you
Somebody
worry,
started the shit
I
like
don't frown.
Even with a
Bless
fucking
her
tier 2
heart,
sub, just
makes
absolutely
me
kicked up my head came for
snort.
you,
I
Evo.
never thought this stupid joke
My intro
would
song is still
crack me
going.
up. I can't
You're just sitting
paint,
there twiddling your thumbs going,
I
I want to say thank
only
you.
thing to do is just to stay the same. I can't sing, I don't care. Yes, I'm amazing, don't you faint? All those little jokes all the time. Nothing truly bad, no, it's alright. Having a blast with some friends. No, I can't paint, I can't game. Only thing to do is just to stay the same.
I think I've watched your intro
No,
video a couple
I
of
can't
times.
sing.
Going through like the memories of your
I
streaming
don't
career.
And keep
Yes, I'm
sticking in your head
amazing,
if you
but
listen to it too
please
much.
don't you
I was about to say it
faint.
can stick in your head a little bit.
Yeah.
Catchy.
No, I can't paint. No, I can't
The
game.
voice of an angel.
It's so much fun.
Alright, hello! Now I can properly say hi. You might have already heard us talk over my interview, but now I'm like genuinely here. So, King of the Randoms, hi, thank you so much for that resub. I really appreciate that. Porter, welcome in. Good evening. Hi, Cupcake. How you doing? Happy Saturday. Eben, thank you so much for that tier 2 resub. I appreciate you. Thank you so much. And Tim, happy lurking. I appreciate that. Thank you. Hi, Buster. Welcome in. All right, we are gonna be doing something completely different today, which is
Are you not entertained?
Inside the
Iraz.
cave.
I am part of Mr. Monster Munch podcast Inside the Cave. So we will be talking about several topics. He has some questions for me that I will be answering. I might be a little less active in chat so that we can focus on this I have my tiny little piece of paper, so I've written down the resub, so I will write all of those things that will happen in my stream happenings book later. I will not be doing those during this right now, so bear with me, please. Thank you.
Well, what I was going to say there, to add to that for you, basically the idea here is we will be focusing on questions quite a lot, but you guys will have your chance to put questions in and stuff like that. If you can just save them until maybe like the halfway mark or maybe like closer to the end, we'll get your questions answered. We'll make sure that you guys get them in there and essentially ask Ibo or even myself whatever you guys want. We'll have a little segment for that. So don't worry too much. We don't really have necessarily a time limit, I don't think, on this. So it all depends on how long Ibo's got as well. We usually run this for about an hour to an hour and 15 minutes, but if it runs longer, it really doesn't matter. We're having a good conversation, probably
But,
a
like,
laugh in the process.
Why
So,
though?
It's completely up to
But, like,
to you how long this
why
goes,
though?
essentially. And Woucher.
Stop it!
Thank you so much,
This
King
feels
of
a
the
little
Randoms. I
impulsive.
appreciate you. You didn't have to do
This
that.
feels a little impulsive.
24-hour podcast stream incoming.
I mean, if you're gonna go with how much time I have.
Look, I try and go by the guests here, but I mean, I don't think 24 hours will come out of this. I ain't got 24 hours of talking to me. I will fall asleep and knock myself out from the smoke, okay? Like, I will knock myself
Alright,
out. I'll
today's
sugar
goal
crash
of the
him or something like that.
podcast is trying to get Munster to fall asleep. Go.
Right, yeah. Just everybody redeem smoke with me 10 times. That's it, I'm done. Finished. So, to touch on what this episode's going to be around, so first of all, welcome into those of you that are unfamiliar with Inside the Cave. So this podcast was structured to be a 4-episode thing that we discussed on the essentially the kick-off version of the podcast there, when we were discussing like what it's kind of going to be like and what it was meant to be. We did, however, lose the episode 3 questions. Whoops. Sorry, not sorry. It's fine. It's fine. It works. It works. I promise. So on episode 1, we touched on like your starters and the things that we done, things that we done at the start, and what we could have like taught ourselves a bit more. You guys are going
Stop
fucking insane
it!
over there.
Hey,
You guys
we
are
did
going
not agree to
insane.
this. But like, why though?
I'm
on
so
yourself.
sorry.
I'm
That's
spotting a
absolutely
pattern
fine.
here.
I'm actually really happy to see that people are giving you that much support. Like that's fantastic. Like honestly, it's been a long time since I've seen that type of thing come through for a lot of people. So it's good to see that your people give a shit. You know,
Yeah, I
That's
appreciate my
fantastic.
community a lot. They are the absolute best.
but yeah. So episode 1, as I said, was your starters, and then in episode 2, we spoke with Total Homegrown about what was like kind of coming into that mixture of the start of it all. You know, what it was like for everybody to kind of like get your foot in the door, understand what you were doing with your streaming career, kind of building your brand, finding the right place to be, and everything of a sort. So now we've got to a stage here where we're here with Ibo, and we're going to be talking about like the success and responsibility purposes of streaming, as well as what's up next. You know, have we got any plans for the future? Is things going to change? Do we think streaming's going to be there still long term after the long term we have already spent on the platform? As well as stuff like, you know, what have we learned from streaming? What can we take on? What do we feel like the responsibilities are when we're on camera? Everything like that will kind of be covered here as we go through the questions. But to start us off, the best way to kind of get there would be talking about how you use streaming. So for you, were you using streaming to escape or even subconsciously escape from certain things in your life at any stage of your career?
No, because I started streaming as my boyfriend at the time was like, hey, maybe you'll like this, because we were already playing games together and whatnot. So he introduced me to Twitch, and I take a look at it, thought it was fun, built this whole thing, and it was just a nice, fun little hobby, and that's what it's always been. And then, like, at a certain point, you, like, realize, okay, I'm, like, I really like this. Like, this is fun. This I wouldn't mind like doing this forever. Make this into my career, and that is kind of what I'm trying to do.
Aye.
But I don't think it was ever like an escape or anything. No, like
It was
I was
always
already
something like an
playing
interest or a
games.
hobby.
Yeah, it was like I was already playing games, so this just became like an extra little thing during me playing games.
I feel that's how a lot of people take it though. Like for them, everybody was playing games at the time,
Mm.
and they've decided to just kind of branch out and go, okay, if I'm gaming, I may as well stream it while I'm
Yeah,
gaming.
yeah,
Right?
exactly.
And that's the thing. And but a lot of people got into it for the wrong reasons. You know what I mean? So a lot of people thought they could just go live and go, oh, look at me, I'm gonna make mega money, or I'm
Yeah, I
gonna
think a
have
lot of
everybody watching
people
me, and
start and they're like, okay, I'm gonna hit that live button, and like next week I'm gonna be partner. But
aye,
that's
everybody thinks it's so
not
easy.
how it goes. Like, there
No,
are
definitely not.
people who have a way shorter journey than others, and that's totally okay. But it's not the norm.
No, definitely not.
Mm.
Definitely not. Especially after what we've experienced through all the time. Because as I say, me and you have done this for essentially the same amount of time. We
No.
essentially started around the same time as well. Back in the days where streaming clans were a thing, you know, everybody was in their own little clans and their little circles and stuff, and it was always about that. Granted, we still kind of got it with Discord servers and stuff, but I mean, it is completely expanded from that.
Mm.
You know, like for me, I go into streaming because I was so passionate about gaming, and I mean passionate. Like
Yeah,
I took it to the soul. So for me, streaming was a no-brainer.
that makes
Um,
sense.
but I realised that I did want to do it for a little bit of the money at the time to help me out, because I realised I was struggling. Everybody gets to that stage where they're struggling. They want to do something else for themselves when they're stuck.
Yeah,
Like
yeah,
me
you're
at
trying to
home,
find
being
something
disabled
else
and
that you're
stuff. Like,
passionate
yeah,
about that you can put your energy in.
yeah. And the thing is, I was on and off with streaming, but I never realised it could get me anywhere. So then you pick up the mantle a bit more and you go, oh, holy shit, this could actually be something.
Mm.
And then your whole demeanor changes, especially when you start meeting communities and stuff. Your whole demeanor changes. But that's something for me that was massive. Like realizing that it wasn't about the revenue, and realizing there was other things to it besides just having revenue. Because I felt like that was all it was going to be for me at first, and then everything just kind of clicked into perspective,
Mm.
I guess. But so another good question would be for you, when your stream ends, when your camera turns off, who do you turn into? Who
I'm
are you
exactly
off
the
that screen?
same person when I'm online and when I'm offline. I do
Yeah,
not
but then
have
you
a
turn into
persona.
Mummy Aibo at that point, don't you?
Yeah, but I
Like,
feel like I'm also Mommy Aibo on stream, because there are a lot of people calling me Mommy Aibo when I'm just streaming, so I feel like that doesn't really change anything.
you're like, I'm always a
Off
Mummy
stream,
anyway
she's
to everybody.
Batman.
That's
Don't give my
brilliant.
secrets away.
Off stream.
No, yeah, like, yeah, you're right. Like, off screen, I'm a mom of 2 boys. Keelan is turning 6 in August, and Aiden is turning 1 this month. I have a dog. I have a partner. And that's it.
Yeah. Aye, but that for yourself, that's enough though. You feel like you've got what you want there, so to
Yeah.
speak, right? Because you've got your career, you've got your family, you've got your home.
Yeah.
You know, you've settled. You've found that place where you can be you.
Yeah, and I have
So
a loving partner supporting me, because he's the whole reason why I actually decided or was able to quit my job and try to really make streaming my career. Because if it wasn't for him, I was not doing that, then I would have still just had my day job and just do this as a hobby.
yeah, and you probably wouldn't have grown anywhere near as much either. Knowing the
I
fact
mean,
that
like, I've been doing this for like 12 years. I feel like growth has been very slowly, steadily. I'm not entirely sure how much it's grown since like last November, when I actually decided to quit my job.
Well, that's around about the same time I caught you as well, wasn't it?
Yeah,
That's
yeah,
around about
you
the same
came
time that you
in
joined the team.
during October when I was literally about to quit my job. Like, I had already made the decision, but I still needed to have the conversation with my boss, which I
Right.
was terrified about. Because, so I was pregnant, and I was home my entire pregnancy because my pregnancy fucking sucked. And then during my pregnancy, after my pregnancy, I still had like 6 months of maternity leave. And then during those 6 months, I decided to like just not come back to work. So they paid me to be at home for an entire year, and then I'd be like, bye. So I was scared to tell them that I was gonna
Aye, but you've
go.
got to think, like, you've been at home for that long, right? It's despite your pregnancy kicking your ass, right? You were at home for that long. You would have got fucking bored at some point. So of course
If
you're
I
gonna go
wasn't
on and
streaming,
stream.
probably.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like,
Yeah.
that's why you done streaming. You know what I mean? Essentially, especially during that time frame of period. Even though streaming was a hobby at the time for you, that's where things probably became quite serious for you
Well, I
as
was
well.
already like before that. It's like, oh, this would be great as a job because I would love doing this. But that was always just the thought. And then during my pregnancy relief, when I was at home, like at the very early part of it, Nis, my partner, was like, like, what do you think of being at home? Like, are you enjoying yourself? It's like, yeah, this is great. Love being at home. Perfect. And then he was like, "Oh, maybe you should just, quit your job, see if this is something that could work out." And then I thought about it for a good couple of months and then decided to do it.
Well, you've got to think, like, look, I might be a partner, but that's just because my numbers got good, right? The
Yeah.
fact of the matter is, I look at you, and you're bigger than me in streaming senses. You've
Am
got
I?
a bigger and better community, right? You've got a lot more interaction in your chat. You clearly get a lot more going for you, right? And at the same time, you have a bigger following, right? So you
Yeah,
put
I
all of
think
that
though the
together,
following
right?
that I have, like if you look at the like actual follow number, I believe because back in the day when I first started, I got follow botted like once or twice, and I think those follows are still in it. So I don't think that follow number
You
is
can
exactly
fix that
right.
using a thing called Commander Root. I'll send you a link at some point. You can
Mm.
always look. It'll brush your account over. It'll tell you if there's any of that, and you can choose whether to get rid of it or not. It's up to you.
Yeah.
But the results, keep them private. That's your thing, but it's something for you to use to have a look at.
Yeah.
100%.
Perfect.
Because if you're ever wondering or curious, it's always worth having a look.
Mm.
I use it quite a lot, probably every couple of months.
Oh.
That's why my following stays a little bit lower than it should sometimes. I might get a lot of follows one day or whatever, but I do pay attention to who's coming in and what's coming in. And
Fair.
I do run it through, and a few do pop up. So it does happen. But
I
people
believe
also
that.
get flagged as bots as well. So this is the
Yeah,
one thing
even
that
though
people
when
need
they're
to
not really
understand, because
bots.
Twitch's new rules that they set in Rotterdam 2 years ago is the workers versus tabs prospect, right?
Mm.
And basically that means that if you have more than 2 tabs open at one time, you can be flagged as a bot by
Yeah,
Twitch.
that's why I only have 2 tabs, because I heard about the thing that if you have more than 2 tabs, you also do not get counted.
Well, it used
as
to be
a,
free. It used to be free for the viewer count, right? And then it got changed in 2024.
Oh,
To
okay.
give or take, round about the end of 2024. Yeah, implemented, give or take, about January, I'd say, in the UK. It got hit, where we couldn't free tabs. Multi-Twitch stopped working as well, which was a great tool for it, where you could
Mhm.
tab like 8 people at once. They've stopped allowing that working. I don't know if that's been fixed because that got taken over by Wisebot, but that's a future question. But anyway, they took away a lot of ways and a lot of things you could use to be able to tab people up and keep a lot of people on the work and help them out with views and stuff like that. They really took away the supportive prospect for people.
Yeah.
Like that makes it a lot harder to get round as well, because that's something we spoke about in the stream teams, not just about times, but the means of being able to get round so many people.
Yeah.
Because there will be times of the day where people are flooded on your follow list, and you've got so many people to go see, and you don't know who to click on.
True.
So that's probably a big problem that I have with Twitch is the tabbing system. I feel that there should be a lot more leeway. I feel that they should be giving us more chance to support more people at the same time. It's
Yeah,
not
they
that it's
should.
impossible. I feel like I can support 4 people, 5 people at the same time
Oh,
pretty easily.
definitely.
So I definitely argue about that, but not that we ever get listened to. But right, okay. So if you would like to move on to the next area of where we're looking at, so we're going to be talking about like the purpose for you for streaming and stuff like that. But before we very quickly do, even Twitch does change 24/7. Panda, I appreciate you. I've always appreciated you when you've came in. You were my first sub. I'll never forget that. And you said your ADHD held you back from your growth as a streamer. I can probably relate to that, and there's a lot of people out there that have underlying ADHD symptoms, borderline ADHD like myself. Well, diagnosed anyway. What a load of pish. Show all the symptoms, but you're borderline. Tell me they're stupid. But anyway, and a lot of people are diagnosed with very severe ADHD, and it makes life a lot harder for some people. And some people embrace it and are able to take it in their stride and actually use it to channel into the gaming and the streaming. A lot of people can use it as an advantage as well. That hyperactivity, people love that sometimes. They love a bit of a jumpy personality.
Mm.
You know, makes it exciting. But I guess that's my opinion. I like to watch a few chilled streamers, but I wouldn't mind seeing somebody get a bit elated once in a while.
It kind of
You know?
depends on what your mood is too. And
Yeah,
also, I guess what you are as like a person, because then you might be trying to find the same kind of people. But I can also totally understand that if you are like super active, that sometimes you need something that calms you down, so you find a bit more of a chill streamer.
Yeah, exactly, and that works well with ADHD as well because it's visual stuff. So visual stimulation and ties in a lot with ADHD, and you know when people are sitting there watching different moods of different streamers, that can influence their moods as well.
Yeah.
Like I can certainly say I laugh when someone laughs, I smile when they get happy, and I feel heartache when they lose a game. You feel it sometimes because you're getting involved. Right? So, I mean, for me, that's I kind of channel the ADHD more than let it be a hindrance.
Mm-hmm.
And I know a lot of people are like that as well. But okay, so for you, you kind of already answered the question, but for you, what is your ultimate reasoning for still streaming today? Right
Yeah,
now,
I
what
want
is your
to
ultimate reason?
try and see if I can turn it into a career. So I've given myself 5 years to make it profitable. If after those 5 years I haven't managed, I will just go back to a regular job. And
Right.
like if I don't succeed, like that sucks, but it's okay because I didn't really lose anything because I will still have my hobby on the side. If I do succeed, perfect. And I rather try and fail, but then be able to say like at least I gave it a shot instead of always wondering like what if I would have just tried, what if I would have just quit my job, actually gave it a shot. I rather
Well, that's another question for if you ever quit as well. Like, what if I gave it another year? Or what if I gave it another 6 months? Or what if I gave it another 2 years? You never know what could come out of that. You'd be surprised what happens.
Yeah, that's
I mean,
true.
for me,
but
I thought last year I was going to quit. And then this year I'm getting offered sponsorships now.
yeah,
You know what I mean? So, I mean, how it changes and how quick things can get into motion is quite crazy.
it can change from like today to the next, but like right now I barely have an income, if
Mhm.
any. And the reason why I give myself 5 years is because my partner is paying everything for me. And it would not
Aye,
be
well,
fair to him if I keep going longer than that. So
right,
that's
yeah, I
why
can
I
understand
only
that.
give myself like 5 years to do it. And then
I
if
mean,
it doesn't
for
succeed,
me,
then I
like,
go back to a normal job, then I have a regular income, and then we can split everything again.
yeah, I mean, it's different for you the way in the situation because you've got the ability to be able to go back to work if you can or if you wanted.
Yeah.
Unfortunately for me, I ain't got other choices. I have to build everything from home and be everything from home.
Yeah.
That is for me the struggle. So I can't go away and go
That's
do the things that
fair.
I wanted to do, which is go back and do the bakery, or go back and play football again. You know,
Yeah,
I
yeah,
can't do
like
that anymore.
everybody's situation is different. Like in that case, I'm very fortunate
hmm
to be able to try and do this, and then if it doesn't work, do something else.
For me, it's no other option.
Yeah.
I've got to make it work. For me, if I hit the age of 35 and I'm not, and not I wouldn't necessarily say profitable, but if I went from earning a couple hundred now to earning I don't know, 1,000, a couple of thousand, it'd be a big step up.
Mm,
That
yeah.
would change the game for me, you know. So like that's kind of the scale that I would be looking at. Like for me, I've got to make it something where every year it kind of grows with it, and at some point, 10 years down the line, it's going to be 10 times more profitable.
Yeah.
That in my head, that's the only way it's going to work. But I would never stop.
No.
I'm not going to stop because
No.
I've not got anything else to do to
And other
make
than
myself feel
like
useful. Or
even besides the fact if you have nothing else to do, like that is a great mindset though. To like, I'm gonna keep going. Like this is it. This is what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna make it work, regardless.
yeah, it's not that I don't feel like I can't go anything else. I
Mm.
just feel like I don't have anything else at the moment, and I can't. I don't want to push it anywhere else. I've found a home
You found your ambition.
where I am.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. I found something that I've took so seriously that it's literally took a chokehold of my life. Literally. So I will never stop pushing. Never. It's always good to have other sources of earnings apart from Twitch, such as merch, YouTube, TikTok, etc. Yeah, but then it's getting that actually going and getting it together. It's like with Twitch as well. Look at how long it takes to build a Twitch platform, right? TikTok is brutal for starters. TikTok is brutal.
Mm.
You have next to zero chance of earning on there because of the 70-30 split where they take 70% and you take the 30. That's ridiculous. Never mind anything else. Merch is a good thing to have, but how many people can you say are going to sit there and flock £50 on a jumper? You know what I mean? Like, the when they can purchase something for 20 and get something printed on it for a fiver, like your logo, for example,
Mm.
that's, you know what I mean? They're doing half the price there. When they know they've got other options, which are there are a million of out there, selling merch is really hard.
Yeah,
Really
but
hard.
like it's good to have the option there though. Regardless if the chances are almost nothing for people buying it, at least you have it out there as a possibility.
Oh yeah,
And
no,
it's better than
I've got my
nothing.
merch sitting there, but
Yeah.
I don't even have it rolling through my chat anymore
Oh no,
because
I
no
do.
one clicked on it at this point. You know what I mean? Like, it's maybe something that would be changed, but I mean, for me right now, the the brand is my face and my streams. When it comes to the merch, they it never ever hits anywhere, and I went right in my way to make proper good designs as well. So I don't know what to say or do. I've done everything I can at that point, at that stretch. I find
Yeah.
merch very, very, very hard to get there. But this is why I've done a Patreon page. Patreon's a good way to maybe make a side revenue
Yeah,
because that has your free tiers and then premium tiers and stuff like that.
are you already seeing that Patreon is like useful, doable?
It's
Whatever you wanna
doable,
call
but
it.
you've got to be able to promote it very well.
Mm.
You know, the issue with it is it's not a platform you can go onto and search up things, right? It's a platform where you create a page and you have to give it that link to that page. So they can't go on there and have a homepage where they can search for your stuff. That'll not happen. Like they have to have your link and get directly to your page. That's
Yeah.
how their site works. So it is on your shoulders to make sure it gets out there because no one else is going to see it just by chance.
No, true. You need
That's-
to promote it. But that's like with everything.
Yeah, but at the moment, obviously, it's going to be very, very slow for a long time. But the 4 members could turn into 20, 20 could turn into 200, and eventually the page grows. And some people will decide to subscribe to premium tiers because I'll start putting merch discounts. I'll start putting artwork on there since I am a digital artist of trade and stuff like that. I'll start putting my professional standpoints on there to help people. So when they go for a premium tier for like £3 a month, they're gonna get something back for that that's worth say 10.
Yeah. Oh,
you know,
true.
and that's going to give them more than what they paid for. That's going to give them the bargain, so to speak.
Yeah.
So Patreon could be really good, but the promotions and involving the right things at the right tiers of premiums is very crucial. You've got to know how to structure it very well. For me, I've barely learned that yet, so
You will.
it's going to take a long time.
Yeah.
Yeah,
No.
I
You
will
will.
learn. I mean, it'll take off eventually once the podcast starts getting out there anyway.
Yeah.
Once it slowly starts making tracks, people will start to track what it is, when it came from and stuff like that. That'll lead to Twitch, that'll lead to YouTube, that'll lead to Patreon. It'll all take its time, but it'll all come together in the end, you know. And no, don't take that dirty minded. No.
I wasn't until you mentioned it.
I know, that's the point.
I was being good for once.
Look, I can't help it. That's my mind just infecting others. But
Normally
yeah,
I'm the
right.
one doing that.
Oh, look, welcome to my world. Welcome to my world. I'm just saying that. Okay, so what keeps you going, okay, when your motivation fades? What is the one thing that keeps you pushing? Somebody just told me I suck. Uh-oh.
I
Hi,
am
Gonette.
normally the dirty one, you're right. What do I do with like bad days? It's been a good while since I had like a very bad day, but I guess it's always just thinking about the good ones, as like stupid and cliche and easy saying that is. But so I have my Stream Happenings book. It's this book where I write in everything that happens during stream. So every single follow, sub, bits, donation, raids, redeems, gifts, whatever.
She's like, I've got a dashboard and it tells me everything I need to know, but I'll write it down anyway. Fuck it.
Because having it physically helps me better. I know you can look it up on the internet, but if you have
No,
it
but that's
just
different.
physically when you're feeling down, you can just scroll through it. You can hold it, you can see it, you can feel it. I'm a very negative thinker, but writing all of the stuff down and seeing it in front of me is way better than just having a couple lines on your screen.
Very true. You know, I thought you were going to say at the end there, and then I can taste it. I was ready to say, no, don't eat the paper, stop it. Leave it alone. I know you want to ingest the happy feelings into your system, but that doesn't mean you eat the paper.
I mean, you could. Maybe then it gets like through to you that what you're doing is good.
Physical channels, channelment of the paper, you know?
Exactly.
I can just imagine you sitting there with 2 balls of paper stuck at your cheeks like hamster cheeks, just coming on screen going, sorry guys, I'm just trying to get happy again.
Yeah, like if I have a bad day, they don't really last for that long, and usually if I just go to sleep and wake up in the morning, it's fine again.
I think sleep will always change your outlook on things though.
Yeah.
You sleep things, and as much as it continues to be a stressful thing, it will always, you'll always think of a different route, different path you can take, something else to sort it out. Something else always comes to mind. But that's after your mind is rested and processed.
Yeah.
Because everybody thinks when you're sleeping that everything just turns off. No, it fucking doesn't. Everything starts to turn better when you're sleeping. Your mind turns into a sponge at that point. Just saying. You put a song on at night, like, and you listen to that while you're sleeping. I bet when you wake up in the morning, you know all the words. Guaranteed. Guaranteed.
I mean, isn't that like the same thing when in movies they put on like a little tape to stop smoking, because then somebody is telling you that you don't need the cigarettes and whatnot? Like the Friends episode.
That's just a whole lot. That's just a whole lot of hoo-ha. That, but that's the concept, aye. That's the concept.
That is the concept.
Aye, but that's just hoo-ha. That's shocking. That's shockingly bullshit. That's unbelievable when people thought that was a thing. Like, you cannot convince yourself by somebody telling you over and over, no, you don't want to smoke, no, you don't need smoke, no, you don't need tobacco,
maybe it doesn't
no,
work for you, but there are a whole bunch of other people that it might work for.
Well, look, I know what works for people that don't want tobacco anymore. Grab a bit of weed. It's not hard. Just saying, weed does not kill. Remember this, people. Life lesson. Okay? Life lesson. Weed does not kill. You just fall asleep. Quite a lot.
Get hungry quite a lot.
Aye, that too. Stop smoking. Did that work? No, sorry. Hang on. Let me prove a point. No, sorry. But okay, so we'll move on to like the identity evolution of yourself, right? So how things evolved throughout the years. So first of all, how do you feel streaming changed you as a person, as a human? What have you taken from streaming that has allowed you to kind of develop
I
more?
guess it just made me happier overall. Cause then I sort of like found my purpose. Cause I've always I've worked several jobs and I've hated every single one of them.
Yeah.
And like I didn't want to get up in the morning because fuck my job. Like I'm there because I have bills to pay. And then, this came along and I really got into it, and then you find you like found what you were looking for basically. So it made me so much happier, and it's so much easier to find like-minded people.
Yeah. Do you not feel for you that it's found a way for you to kind of not necessarily, I wouldn't use the words put yourself out there more, but more along the lines of like advertising yourself as a person. You don't feel like it's taught you some skills that you can take elsewhere.
Not entirely sure, because
It's hard to pinpoint stuff like that because we've been doing it for so long. It's hard to say, oh, I can go away and use this from streaming to translate to take this in hospitality, for
I
example.
think it's probably more the other way around though, because
yeah.
So like I said, like I'm the same person online and offline, and I used to be brutally bullied for like the first 15 years of my life by kids, teachers, and the parents of kids. And at a certain point, I decided that I had enough and I wasn't gonna be part of other people's clubs. I decided that if people wanted to be friends with me, they just had to come to me.
Yeah.
And that's kind of how my streaming is too. Like, this is me, this is who I am. If you don't like me, you can fuck off. Like, I don't care.
Spot on.
And around that whole idea, if you want to call it that, that's how my community got built.
Yeah.
You find the like-minded people.
Oh no, 100%, and eventually it kind of comes to you in a sense. Not always like you always go away and find it. They always just sometimes are looking for someone else or something else to kind of connect into, and someone else to kind of settle in, exactly like what you do in real life as well.
Yeah.
You find a place to settle in and you plant your feet and you're happy, and that's kind of what it's like with Twitch communities as well. Like you find a place, you plant your feet, you're happy.
Yeah.
And you start to connect, you start to bond, you build relationships that you can take away for a lifetime. Done correctly, that may I add. Done correctly. There's a lot of people out there that don't understand how to treat online friendships.
Yeah, and also sometimes you think you find the right people and they turn out not to be exactly the way that you thought they were gonna be like, and then you
Look, I've had two occasions where I basically almost lost my streaming career because of people being so spiteful. So I entirely agree that you don't look over your shoulder enough, so to speak.
Yeah.
With people. You always think that everybody's great until the true colours are shown, right? And that can take a long time to show.
That can take a long time, but the people who are not truthful, not themselves, it's just a matter of time till they show their true colors. You just have to patiently wait for that to happen.
It's just unfortunate when you get so invested, though.
Yeah.
And you invest time, money, and everything else of the day into people. Because the one thing that I've noticed about you is I've noticed you don't invest too much into other streamers, and I can see your caution. I watch your caution and how you are. You choose to really take your time with people.
Mm.
That's I commend you for that, because for me, I can get too wrapped up too quickly with people.
Oh no, but
Like,
it's
I blame
not like
myself for that.
I have multiple reasons why I do
No,
that.
no,
I
no,
will
no.
not
I'm meaning that, like, I just see your expression and caution is my point. Not anything else besides that. I just see your expression and caution, but relating to the fact, because there'll be a million and one reasons. It could be finances. It could be the fact that you are trying to save for something. It could be that you're trying to do something for your family. Whatever the case may be. Maybe you're trying to go on fucking holiday. Who knows, right?
Yeah.
That's up to you what your money reasons are. It's not. That's not necessarily about that. It's the fact that your expression and caution and how you are doing it. I do pay attention to these types of things. Like, I see you get around and I see the way you are with people, and that tells me a lot. And this is why I say I commend you for that, because I'm guilty of the opposite.
And I mean, like, it works for other people, maybe. It's yeah. I don't know.
Like, you see it as like you prefer the actual connection in the chat compared to the connection to
I
what
haven't
you
done
can
this
give
since
to the streamer or whatever. That's probably one thing that you probably look at a lot.
Yeah, it's
Is,
just like to
like,
have the conversation with people and
yeah, get onto their level and their vibe, so to speak.
yeah.
Yeah. I completely get that. I completely get that. 'Cause I've met a few people that also run the way you do and like to really express caution. And like they will not invest in anybody until they know for sure that they're in that community wholeheartedly, long run style, you know?
Yeah.
Like, that's the only time they will start to really get to someone or give to someone or whatever, is when they know that that person isn't going anywhere and they aren't either. And that takes a long time to establish that type of connection. I mean, a real long time.
It
Like,
does. But also I feel like not every relationship on Twitch needs to be based on the amount of bits or subs or whatever you throw at a person. There needs to be a connection. And
Yeah.
that connection you can only get by talking to people, getting to know the people.
yeah. Yeah, 100%. 110%. That's exactly how I feel as well. And I think for myself, ever since like talking about the situations that I mentioned to you about almost losing my streaming career and stuff, that obviously for me made me tail back a little bit,
Yeah,
you
no,
know.
that's fair.
And now as you see, I only go down the team at this point. I might give this somebody the odd 10 bits here and there if I feel like they need it or they're struggling or whatever, like, whatever. Just put a smile on their face, right?
Yeah, and
But
it's for me. It's never about the amount because I always like there are some people that come into the stream and they give me like 3 bits and they are like, "I'm so sorry, it's not more than like." It's like it's not about the amount; it's about the thoughts. Like you wanted
you
to
thought
give me
about coming in and
something,
giving. Aye,
and you did it, and that's what it's about. Like you
it puts
wanted
that
to show
smile
your
on your face.
appreciation, and you did, and like regardless if
Mhm.
it was 5 bits or like 100, I don't care.
Exactly, and this is why I sometimes do sometimes like go out my circle and go, right, okay, here's a few for you, here's a few for you. I know that's going to put a smile on a few faces,
Yeah.
and who knows, it might start something like a friendship or something. They might come
Mhm.
along, say hi to me, and say thank you for that, and then next thing you know, they sit, chat, chill. There's another connection. You know what I mean? And things can stem from just little thoughts of generosity or
Yeah.
thoughts of connection and being there and, you know, taking your time with someone.
Thank you, Vapor.
That's hilarious. Well, at least they're understanding the point, so
Yeah, no,
at least you're
exactly.
understanding the points. You're getting it. You're getting the point. That's hilarious. I like that. I'll give props to you for that. But no, as I say, to kind of top off on that, like it is hard to express caution and also not to express caution with a lot of people
There needs to
because
be like a
you
fine line because you need to be cautious because you're on the internet, you only see like a name, you don't know who those people are. But on the other hand, if
exactly.
you're a little too cautious, you might never end up with the community that you could have had because you were too cautious.
exactly that. Like, there's always got to be a line in the sand,
Yeah.
really. Because as I say, me and you are certainly two opposite ends of a coin in the senses of the way that we do things, but the the values remain the same,
Yeah.
really. Um, so your next question though, so are you proud of who you've become over your years, doing everything that you've done? Are you proud of what's come out of it and what you've gotten so far and who you've changed into? Because you would have clearly changed over the years and matured and stuff like that over the years.
Definitely
So,
matured. Well, I say
so that's
definitely. I matured.
uh,
I
we'll,
got
we'll put
older.
that down for we'll put it down to a debatable factor, right? That's fine. But but are you proud of who you've developed through all of that? Not just it could. This isn't just about streaming aspects as well. Remember, we're talking about your identity as a human being as well. So like,
I mean,
don't be afraid to
yes,
just kind of put that out there.
because I found my purpose. And that made me happy, and I I work now so much more than I've ever done before. That's also something that this keeps telling me, like, it's so funny to see you do this entire thing because you've never been like disinvested or this busy with anything like work related, and like look at you now. I've come a long way. Like, we're still not there yet, but I'm definitely proud of where we've gotten to.
That's
Because
good to
it
hear.
could have been different for a lot of people. It's different, so I'm very fortunate that I've made it to where I am right now.
Well, it's good to have that perspective as well. Because at the end of the day, like I would hate to think that somebody that's been in this for so long could look at themselves and go, "Well, if anything, I've degraded as a person and not actually developed as one."
Mm,
Um, granted, I've seen and known people that have felt like streaming has degraded their character, and there is people that do kind of go on the downward spiral instead of upwards, but. I mean, I would imagine that 90% of people that get into it and spend some time doing it come out different for the better.
yeah, I'd say so
Because
too.
you do certainly learn a lot of things. Like like this is touching on like the question like things that you might have learned from streaming or what you can take away from it as well. But I mean, like you do learn a lot when you're doing this. You
Yeah,
learn how to treat people. You learn different walks of life and different ways to communicate with people and understand other people. And that really does change you as a person because then it makes it a lot easier in a public setting that, granted, for me as a anxiety riddle might not go into too often, but it does make it easier in the senses of being able to or knowing how to treat people,
yeah,
kind of understanding that demeanor quite easily because I've seen it before. You know, whether it be via words or over a voice,
mm,
over a camera, you see those different walks of life, and it does make it easier when you're interacting with other people that you may not know, because there will be a lot of similarities as you go about in this world with
mm,
other people that you may have met online.
yep,
But no, as I say, for me, I have found a greater person becoming a streamer, but I do feel that I have neglected some things, and I regret neglecting certain things in my life because I've been so invested.
yeah.
But that
Like,
doesn't
you
mean that
might
I'm
have
not proud
gotten
of them myself.
so tunneled visions, like
Yeah,
focused on one thing, that everything else kind of blurred out.
exactly. And for me, that's including family. I forgot to spend time with my family and
Mm,
be with my family sometimes.
yeah,
That's a sacrifice that I wish I never made in that
yeah. So
sense. But
we before I started this, we had like Nis clearly like mentioned, made it clear that he wanted at least like 3 nights a week for just us.
Mhm.
So we have 3 day nights a week where we either play games together or we watch the shows or whatever. It's just us, me not working, him not working, to keep this working.
Yeah. Well, me and Mrs. Munch kind of do this a little bit the same thing, whereas we do take time for each other.
Mm.
Maybe not as much as 3 times a week, mind you, but we do take time for each other, and we
Yeah.
do kind of like try our best to remember each other is there, despite the fact that we don't have our own things and other things that we want to do in life here.
Yeah.
So I definitely like feel that now that I've noticed it, I've been able to change it more and make it better. And you know, like once you kind of set that standard of okay, this is our time, that's it. It does kind of fall into a routine.
Yeah. Yeah, it's like
Uh,
it's the communication is key with these type of things. Like if your partner or yourself like you need to talk about it if something is bothering. It's like you spend an awful lot of time on your PC, like you need to mention it and get it resolved and set the boundaries
100%.
and then follow
Two,
through. It's not just
2
setting them, it's
seconds.
also following through.
Dion, you need to keep it down.
Leave every
These are
relationship
very,
has
very
its own
wise.
dynamic, and the best thing to do is to come clean about what people want and plan together about how it can be possible. Yeah, like every type of relationship is different because some people might need more time together, some people are okay with less time together, but that's where the communication comes
Optimize.
in.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then you figure it out, make a
It's
plan.
not just that. It's like it's kind of like you've got. It doesn't have to be a spoken establishment made, but more like a mutual understanding.
Yeah, but
A
you
kind
have
of
to
meeting of the
talk
minds
about it
where
because if you don't talk about it, you might not know because you might make
no,
assumptions.
100%, 100%. You'll have your conversations and stuff,
Mm.
but it's always about making that mutual understanding in general, knowing that you two like might have your time apart, but as long as you set some time aside to make sure that you guys can still be who you are,
Mm.
then you know that's where things kind of get easier, better,
Yeah.
especially for the relationship standpoint, because things can get rocky in a relationship when you delve your head into streaming, and I think
Mm.
people don't realize that either.
No.
That's a lot of things that people forget. They think, oh, it's going to be fine and everybody's going to love me and support me, and it ain't going to be that easy. A lot of people are going to resent you for not taking the time
Mm.
and you know not doing what they need. But okay, so we'll move on to our next categorical. We'll catch up with chat here very quickly because Waper basically said a good part to what we were talking about when it said like it has its own dynamic and the best thing to do is to come clean about what people want and plan together about how it can be possible. You're a team. You've always got to work together. 100%.
Hi, Shampoo.
110%.
I'm good, thank you. How are you doing?
Mother Mary, and I see you. So yeah, so we've got community and boundaries next. So for yourself, right, do you feel somewhat responsible for your community's well-being?
Well,
No,
obviously, I want my community to be happy, right? I want to have a place where people feel comfortable, where they don't feel judged, where they can be themselves.
yeah,
Um, and this might sound harsh, but if somebody has depression or whatever, I'm not the one that should make you feel better. In a sense that I'm not responsible directly for your well-being. Like I can be here for you and I can make you feel comfortable and I can be your friend. But if that's not enough, then that's not on me.
right, yeah, 100%. It's always good to make that draw. And we've spoke about the same type of saying throughout everything. It's all about finding the balance of that, finding where the line stops.
Yeah, like I can do so much. Like I can be there for you. I can be your shoulder to cry on. I can be that listening ear that you need. But if that's not enough, that's not on me.
Yeah, what can you do after that, right?
Yeah. Like I can
100%.
help, but that's all it is.
Yeah,
And that
no,
might sound
100%.
incredibly rude.
No. Not
That's
rude
not
at
how
all.
I mean it, but you cannot put it on me if you're not feeling right.
No, exactly. Like, they can't come in, feel like shit, and then be like, okay, you're not making me feel better.
Yeah, you
Your
gotta
fault.
fix this.
Aye, exactly. That ain't gonna help nobody.
No. You can't help
Look,
after a certain
look,
point. No.
that helps somebody just like this does, a broken lighter, okay? That doesn't help anybody in any sense, okay? That's no good to man or beast, okay?
Yeah.
Like, look, that's the exact same concept, different fucking food on the plate, okay? Exact same concept, though. That's just, you're just getting fed a different meal,
Yeah.
basically. But the outcome and the concept of it is exactly the same. But right, so the next question would be, where do you draw your line between being supportive and protecting yourself? Where do you feel like that line exists? So you talked a little bit about the fact that you feel like you have to distinguish very well, right, between how to help somebody and how much you can actually do to do that,
Yeah, I
right?
like supporting and I like helping and I want to be there for people. But if at a certain point on like any day I feel like drained, I stop.
Yeah, exactly. Like
Like that's
you
not worth
can't
it.
help them if you can't help yourself.
Yeah. So if I'm not in the right space or just too tired or whatever, then I cannot do anything for any other person.
That is the wrong fucking channel. I am terrible at this.
I think it's also a thing that you shouldn't tap into a too parasocial connection. Yeah, that's also true.
Yep, spot on. But don't let this drag your mood down. Please say no and go away. Yep. No, exactly. Like you've got to have the wherewithal to know when to say that's enough. There's not really much I can do after this. Like I've done everything I can to be supportive, and
Yeah.
now you're starting to pin it onto me. So
Yeah, like if
you've
you
got
don't
to know when to
wanna
back away from the situation.
see it or do anything with it, that's fine. Like I gave you my opinion. What you do with it is on you. If you want to listen to it, that's fine. If you want to ignore it, fine too.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly that. So the next category is going to focus on like mental health moving forward from this point. So where you're at now and looking forward and into like how you handle things and how you will take lessons on to continue to handle things better than what you may have done in the past. So first one would be, what have you learned about protecting your peace as a streamer?
Well, yeah, I hate drama, so I try to stay clear of that as much as possible, but that doesn't mean that drama will not find you, because there will always be jealous people. They will always do certain things or set other people up for whatever. And I just try to not get involved, really.
Yeah, distance yourself from it as
Yeah,
quick as you can.
distance myself, but also like if like I'm an honest person, if you stay honest, that's the truth will come out eventually. Like nobody can keep up a lie forever because it's gonna unravel at a certain point.
Yeah, but it'd be disheartening, disheartening to somebody that might have believed for a while. It can kind of put a stint into things, maybe make it harder to keep a friendship or make it harder to keep a relationship. But the fact of the matter
But
is,
I mean, like
as you
you
said, that truth
say,
will always come out and come together in
you
the
say
end.
it's harder to keep a friendship, but if your opinion or your piece ruins that friendship, it was never a friendship to begin with.
Very true. Very true. There's Jenny saying this lady speaks facts.
I'm
Well,
just very down to earth. Like I have common sense. It's not that difficult.
Well,
For
look,
me, it's not that difficult for me.
until I hit 22 years old, I didn't know what common sense really was,
Mm.
right? And that was my problem. I was quite a solid idiot. Very, very intellectual, not an idiot. Like, honestly, it's quite funny that you said that there, because once again, I am the fucking polar opposite. Like, I'm down to earth, I'm very well spoken, but oh god, I can be an idiot.
I mean, don't get me wrong, I can be foolish too, but I'd like to think that's not.
You'd like to hold yourself at a
case.
higher grade than what you actually
Yeah.
notice sometimes. You think, really, am I this fucking dumb? No chance. No. Put myself back on that pedestal. It's cool. We're fine. So okay. So what boundaries do you wish you set earlier in your career? What boundaries do you feel like you should have established and enforced sooner? Like, was there anything that you feel like you kind of let go on too long, or anything that you didn't really enforce because you felt like it maybe like wasn't your place to be so assertive, so to speak? Like for you, like was there a
so-
boundary that you just never put into focus until later?
So I said earlier that we had that 3 nights a week date night thing. We didn't put that in until like a certain point, and we should have done that before because we hit like a rough patch. And I feel like if we had that going sooner, we wouldn't have gotten that rough patch.
Oh
Because
yeah,
then,
no,
like, there
100%.
was a certain point where it took over way too much,
Yeah,
and it shouldn't have. And if we had those boundaries before, then that wouldn't not have happened.
yeah, 100%. I feel like that as well. I feel like a lot of the arguments always encased between me and my missus over the past couple of years regarding streaming.
Yeah.
Streaming would always be, and maybe what not always the streaming, but maybe on the other flip side of the coin, like what she was doing as well, and how busy she might get,
Mm.
and how entangled she might have gotten things, and there was just never time and stuff like that. So that causes the friction, and for you to kind of drift apart a little bit. And
Yeah.
when you kind of force that type of boundary, that rule, that really kind of puts you back together a bit. You start to rekindle a few things that you thought might have been lost, or
Yeah.
were kind of hidden in the background for a while.
Yeah. Exactly.
But I'm glad that we're of the same mind there, because I would have, I wouldn't have answered it the same way, but I would have kind of led on to the same point in the fact that like I needed to set a boundary with my missus before it got too late.
Yeah.
Because things were starting to get a bit tough.
Yeah. No, I get that.
So we'll move on to successes and definitions. So, how do you define your success now versus when you started?
Mm, well, when I started streaming, I had like this group of friends that were always there, which was great. So you had like a good starting point. And then compared with that to now, how much that's grown us into a full-on community, definitely a success. The fact that you do get monthly payouts is already a success.
Yeah.
The fact that I've gotten to do this opportunity to try and make this full time is a success. So lots of successes, really.
Oh, that's great to hear. To be honest, so what if you were to put it into a few words? What would you call it? What would you call your success? Compared to when you started, as we said there, how would you summarize that for yourself? Like, just putting it into one sentence for you, what is that? What is that success? Because for me, if I was to say that for myself, I would say my success is growth. Simply one word, growth.
Yeah, I think growth would be the best word to use, because otherwise I have no idea.
Look, I get it. That's one of the toughest questions in the book there. That was one of the hardest questions we had. 100%.
Yeah.
So don't worry, I completely understand
Either
finding it a
growth and
difficult
like
one.
the happiness I found with it.
Yeah. Well,
Those
I was about to say
for
you could have
sure.
rolled back to what you says earlier. You
Yeah.
know, the happiness that you felt and stuff like that. That would be a great way to define your success now compared to what used to be. So I know you said already that you don't feel like you've made it yet, right? But has making it looked different than you imagined?
No, this is like about it. Like being capable of doing what I want to do. So like playing the games that I want to play, helping the developers out that I want to help out, um, paint and do the things that I want to do, and then yeah, no, that's it. Like I get to do what I want to do on a daily basis.
So you
That's
kind
making
of,
it. You
yeah,
like I'm still
it
doing my
is.
hobby,
It is. It is.
and
This is the
I'm
thing. Like
currently
people,
getting
people
paid for it.
define making it as making it all the way
I don't
to
need to
partner
make
or
bank. I want to just be made. I like to make enough for me to get by. That's it.
yeah.
That's enough. Just to be able to pay my bills and
I'm like
still
that
be
as
able to
well.
do what I want to do.
I pay Wi-Fi and Twitch bills, right? And like so, Twitch bills would be like the stuff that I need to pay to keep things going on my channel. So like my little chat bots and stuff like maybe WiseBot, for
Yeah.
example. That's a great example. I pay £3 to £7 a month for that, and that gives me all lovely good features. It protects my channel as well,
Mm.
you know. So that's important. That's a really big thing.
Yeah.
So like my expenses, so to speak, that's where my Twitch money goes. My
Mm.
expenses of helping others, paying for my stuff, and paying for my Wi-Fi so I can stay on.
Yep.
If I got any extra, fantastic.
Yeah. Perfect.
That's fine. But for me, I've got a set motion of where I want to be every month, and without fail, I hit it. So
Mm.
I'm happy.
Yeah.
You know, might be a struggle, but they've always made sure I've got there. The community's always made sure I've got there somehow, some way, whether it be start, middle, or end. They make sure it happens,
Mm.
and that's a success. That's exactly
Yeah.
what making it is. Making your place where people support you for who you are, and help you get by.
Yep.
You know, that's definitely it. Because I wouldn't say me hitting partner was me making it. I made it 2 years before that.
Mm.
You know, because I met a lot of decent people.
Yeah,
And
yeah. I mean, if you look at it like that, then I've also definitely already made it. Like I've got a great group of people around me, and it's continuous to grow. So that is truly what it is about. Like that little check mark behind your name looks fancy, looks great, nice goal, but that's not really making it for me.
aye, that's not everything.
No, that's a good goal along the way, but genuinely, I've already made it with what I have.
Yeah. No, 100%. 100%. That's very, very good answer, to be honest. So one of the last categories of this, we're touching on like your future and your legacy. So this is the exciting part where you get to think about where you think you're gonna be, you know, well you think things are gonna go. So in 1 to 3 years from now, where do you see yourself being?
Uh, well, if I'm looking at what I set myself to do for like the next 5 years, I am hoping that I'm still on the right track. Because currently I'm crushing the goals that I've set for myself for this year. So I hope in those years I'm still crushing them.
100%.
So that is where I hope to be.
And if streaming ended tomorrow for you, what would you take with you?
hopefully still a good amount of friends that like to hang out with me regardless if I'm like on the screen or not. And
Yeah.
not that they all disappear as well, that they were only there when I was online. But I'd like to think that I have a good amount of people that do not instantly disappear if my stream disappears too.
Yeah.
Yum,
Well, that's
yum,
good to
yum,
hear.
yum, yum,
That's
yum,
good to
yum, yum,
hear.
yum, yum.
I mean, talking about something like this, we've actually got a fellow stream team member that's actually putting down the streaming now. He was one of my inspirations for pushing for a partner and making that final step forward.
Yeah.
And I actually run another stream team for him. Out of his name. But I run the page for them. I offered him the stream team page after I just hit partner because I was like,
Mm.
look, you motivated me, you helped me, you put a fire under my ass I hadn't felt before. So to hear that he's given up streaming at the end of the month, that my heart sank.
Yeah. It's
My heart
it's a
sank.
shame. For some
Um,
people it ends.
but if you get a chance to see him before he goes total homegrown, you'll see him on the stream team page and
Yeah, I
stuff like
think
that.
I
He gets
saw
on.
it like in the Discord that you mentioned the stopping. It's like, oof.
It is quite a shame, to be honest. So that's why I say to everybody, if they get the chance to see him, definitely do it before he goes, because he is. He might have not been big on the platform, but for a lot of people, he was an icon on here.
Mm.
He set a persona that nobody could make again. Like, he was one of a kind,
Yeah.
100%. He's actually the one that we done the second episode with as
Mm.
well. And funny, we asked him the very same question that we just asked you there. And then this came about. I wonder if that incited it. I hope not. I hope not.
That would suck. Let's not think
Oh,
about it, because otherwise that's gonna haunt you forever.
don't. Oh, don't. I have been asking myself that very same question.
To be honest, if I
No,
feel like stopping the shoot, it's not healthy to force yourself into a situation to make others happy. That's also true. Like, you need to
well,
make
but this
decisions
is the
for
thing.
you and not make decisions for others.
They took streaming as a brand, not as a job.
Mm.
Right? It was to expand their business and expand their brand. And it turned into more than that, of course.
Yeah.
Right? But they just feel that it's time to spend more time actually building the real business and
That's fair.
actually spending more time with their family.
Yeah.
You
That
know,
makes sense.
so that's entirely normal, and I will never ever fault anyone for that. But for me, it's like the end of an era. You
Mm.
know, it is. It feels like the end of an era because it was
Yeah.
just this. It was just not even a year ago that I offered the stream team page to him. So it just feels like, what do we do now? You know, so it is just sitting here asking yourself questions like, what happens now? What's next? You know, like I can say it the goodness in my heart, oh yeah, like we'll keep it going, which I have. Like I've said to him, I'll keep it going for you.
Mm.
But I mean, it still feels like it's kind of going with him, you know.
Yeah.
So, because he is THG, that's just it. He is THG. Like without him, it's tough to see what it's going to be. So it's a bitter pill to swallow, I guess.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Bitter pill to swallow. But I wonder, do you feel like we've got time for a few bonus questions? We do have 3 lined up there.
I got
And if
time.
anybody
Do you
else,
have time?
of course. And if to be fair, if anybody else wants to add any questions into the chat, now's your time. We will pin one question at a time at the top on my chat. I will can feel free to do the same. Just kind of pin the questions that we feel like are going to be good enough to kind of like come into the conversation that we're having at the time and help kind of push topics forward and help us delve deeper into the aspects of what it's like for streaming and real life connecting together, or even versus each other as we called it, because this whole series was about streaming versus real life. So anything you guys want to know by myself or from me, I will just go ahead, ask away, and we will get round to them 100% because we are getting on to the final few questions now. But okay, so first bonus question. What's one truth about streaming that people don't like to admit?
That it can be really disheartening.
Mhm.
I think a lot of people start streaming really thinking that they are gonna make it so fast, and then they might be sitting on like an average of 2 people for so long, and that can be really disheartening, especially if you like, you need to not compare yourself with other streamers. That's like the one thing that you should not do, because everybody's streaming journey is different. Because there are people that start streaming and hit partner within like the first 6 months, and then there are like people like me who have been streaming for 12 years and have, in maybe in that case, not gotten very far. You need to be realistic, just to see where it's gonna take you, what's gonna happen, and
Yeah, that's very true. That's very true. Because if you don't put a sprinkle of realism into your streaming life, you are going to fail very quickly.
yeah.
Very quickly. Because you'll see how hard it is. You'll see that nobody really gives a shit unless you give a shit about them first.
Yeah.
Facts.
It's also,
Right?
you need to care about what you're doing. You need to, if you're gonna sit there and constantly be complaining about how little interaction you have, or how you're constantly talking about how shit everything is gonna go, like, why would people be there to listen to that? Like, why
Exactly.
you cannot expect people to sit there, listen to you complain all the time, and then thinking you're gonna grow a lot, because you're not. People see your vibe. If you're happy with what it is that you're doing, they feel that. They are happy to be there too, but you cannot force it and or fake it.
Well, we'll no touch on the faking it part because there's loads to delve into on that fucking rabbit hole. Okay? And when I call it a rabbit hole, I mean that because that's exactly what it is. Because no matter what Twitch do, it will never be stopped.
It's
Never.
yeah, but like and said, like, I completely agree with that. You need to have fun. As long as you're having fun, then people will join in. If you're not having fun, you cannot expect people to have fun in your channel either.
No, 110%. 110%. I definitely feel that. That's
Yeah.
very true. But I can't help but to keep on that topic of the fact that no matter what, nothing will change with this platform. And there will be hundreds of thousands of people out there that will fake it and make it doing it as well. But this is that's the world that we're in. That's that's the life we chose, right? And we know there's going to be people out there that choose to dampen the journeys or make it an easy go, and we are really looking to put in that grind, grit our teeth, make things happen. You know, 110%. You love me, Darth. Welcome in. It's good to see you, bro.
Hi, Dark Angel. Hi, Mando. Welcome in. And hi, Tires. Good to see you guys.
Did anybody ask a question yet? I don't think they did.
They've just been commenting on my comment.
Well, guys, remember, we're still accepting questions. You've got time. So, here's another random one for you, but this is just kind of going back to your starting roots and find out why you did what you did. But why did you pick your stream name, and what does it mean to you?
Hey boy, is my actual name, and I dye my hair. And that's it.
She's like, fuck off. 2 things. That's it.
It's really
No need
not
to
that
delve
deep.
She's like, it's not that deep. Look, I'm like that as well. I'm named after a packet of crisps and a fucking drink. You know what I mean?
You
Right,
were
that
drunk
was
when
me.
you made yours. Alright, we got a question from Ross. Have either of you been dealing with parasocial viewers, and what has been your go-to way?
What was parasocial mean?
I think Ross means like fake viewers, like people being like nice to your face but words around your back.
Right, so two-faced people, essentially. Um, well, exactly, too big for me, exactly. Exactly. Um, well, look, the thing is, like, we've spoke a lot about connections and stuff like that through this particular episode, and we've also touched a tiny bit on the topics of fake people and the ones that we thought were our friends, and ended up trying to take everything that we had. Poachers, fake friends, people that you meet in Discords, or people that you mod for, or whatever the case may be, right? There's loads of people out there that have turned out to be fake, and it's probably only like 2 out of 10 that turned out to be good people. The
Mm.
other 8 are arseholes. That's just a right fact there. And at the end of the day, to feel like a way to deal with them, there's not really a way you can prepare for that, because you ain't gonna know until it happens. For you, you've just got to keep yourself prepared for a situation like that, but you can never ever have a go-to way of dealing with it,
Yeah.
because every single person is different in what they do, how they act, and how they treat you, and each little method is different. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So that is definitely a question that really cannot be answered properly. Oh, Darth Indica coming in with a sub with Prime. Thank you so much, brother.
Can become very stalker like. Sometimes they drop loads amount of bits and expect certain behavior for it. I like for
We just spoke
me,
about
it's
that as well,
just
though, didn't we? Like we touched on that
yeah. So
about
for me, it's just
bits
like
and
I
stuff.
just stay true to myself, because those people also tend to start telling lies to other people. Because it's always the most toxic ones, they shout the loudest, and then untruthful people follow the noise,
Yeah.
and then it's just patiently waiting until everything collapses, because nobody can keep up their shit forever.
No, definitely not. Definitely not.
Yeah.
Eventually, people give up that curtain, that mask that
Yeah.
they have over themselves, and everything comes out eventually, and you end up realizing who's meant to be there for you and who isn't, who you need to keep in your life. Those things become evidently clear no matter how long they take.
Yeah. And just because you give me money doesn't mean I have to be your way. No, exactly. Like, I didn't force you to give me all of those things. Like, you did that because you, like, wanted to, or because, like, if your reasoning then was because you expected something in return, then I'm sorry, but that's not gonna happen. Like, I'm here for me, and you can be here for me too, regardless if you shower me with presents and gifts and bits. It's not needed.
No, of course, like it's never required, always desired, as they say, right? It's always going to be desired, but you're never ever gonna. If you expect it, it'll never come your way, right? The good things come when you least expect it.
Mm.
Okay, and this is something that I was going to talk about earlier in the conversation, but this seems like it's a more suitable time. But regarding people like yourself and stuff, when we spoke about like that cautious strategy sometimes and stuff like that, and how to like draw the line between caution and everything else, and trying to like distinguish who you go to and what you do for them and stuff like that. Like if I was, by hypothetical thing, said to you and says, "Oh well, look, I've dropped you everything like this. When is it coming for me?" That's unrealistic as fuck. It's an unrealistic expectation.
Yeah, if you are
Whereas
gonna
one
go
day you
in
might
with the
turn around and go,
mindset, like,
"Yeah,
okay, I'm gonna give them this, so they better give that back, it's the wrong mindset, because you should be giving that to people because you want to give that to that person.
it's about
Because you
wanting them to
want,
succeed."
yeah, you want them to succeed, you want them to be happy, you want to be part of like that journey. You cannot give that because you expect certain things in return. It's not the
Exactly.
right
This is what
attitude.
I was gonna say there. Like it's not about giving to receive. It's about giving to give them something
Yeah,
nice. And you know, at some point when they're able to, that'll come.
yeah,
That'll come. One day down the line, you know what's gonna happen. But it's all about supporting and being there for each other. That is it should be the ultimate goal, no matter what capacity you do it.
yeah. And you don't always know everybody's like situation because maybe they truly want to give you stuff back, but they are just not capable of doing so. And
Exactly.
then
Like you can
you're
give them
like,
5 subs, but that doesn't translate to 5 subs that you can give back. That only gives
no,
so much. You know what I
yeah,
mean? You can maybe give one back someday, maybe a couple, but you cannot sit there and expect 5 for 5 and all that type of shit. You're fucking crazy if you think that's gonna happen.
mm-hmm,
Fucking crazy. Like look at Darth, what he's just said there. I've dropped more money than I've ever got on here, but so what? Life goes on. That and he's just said that's sub for sub, exactly. And nobody should be doing that on here because it is the least profitable way to get around. Because you're costing yourself more money.
yep,
Because Twitch will always take half. Just saying. Just saying. They will always take their cut. You'll never make that money. Never.
all right. We had another question from warming up.
Yep.
Sometimes you have nothing to say or don't want to say anything as a viewer. As a streamer, do you still think it's better to drop random things to chat for Twitch things purpose, like viewer counting?
I'll let you go first on that.
So do you mean that if my chat is quiet, that I still continue to talk? Because that is something that I do. Yeah, because you never know like for me, I have my viewer count blocked. I never know how many people are watching me.
Mhm.
So I always talk because you like me, you don't know if there's somebody there listening, and if you go off by somebody talking in chat, and if there's nobody talking in chat and you stop talking, if somebody else comes in the meantime and you're not saying anything, they will leave because that's fucking boring to watch. There are a lot of
Yeah.
people who just sit there for a couple of minutes, watch you before they actually start talking to you. So I'm always talking, whatever it is that I'm doing. It's not entirely true. If I'm painting, sometimes I get really focused and then I'm not saying anything, but at least you see that I'm focused.
Aye, 100%. Like this is the thing. Like to kind of expand on what you're saying. Like for me, I'm quite a chatty, hyperactive person. Right? You've obviously seen that already.
Yeah.
I could start my stream early morning. You play I'm Super. That's it. I'm fucking bouncing like a fucking jack in the box. Right? That's it. Okay. And it's not like energy manipulation or anything like that. For me, I am naturally that way. I'll always be that way. So for me,
Yeah.
it's very easy for me to get chatty and into that. And for me, yes, I see my viewer count. I see sometimes numbers jostle, blah, 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 but it never really ever bothered me unless I was genuinely making my partner
Oh, yeah,
push.
because I am a
When it
negative thinker,
mattered.
that does bother me, and that's why I have it covered, because I noticed that I was then thinking like, oh my god, like so many people are here, and then it drops, and then I'm like, why did they leave? Like, am I boring? What did I say? Like, and
It's
then I
also Twitch having their
spiral.
interjections as well. When you go up, Twitch try and stop you at a threshold. And there's algorithm blocking there as well. So even though when people are tabbing you up, like they've changed certain features, like muters when workers are now counted as viewers. So they
Mm-hmm.
can mute the tab, they can mute the stream now, and it will still play. It will still
Yeah.
work now. So they've changed a few things. But the really the bottom line of it is no matter what, like you're I've lost my fucking point really to kind of get onto that. I've lost my point now.
Hi Cyberwolf.
I've lost my point. I've lost what the fuck I was saying. What an idiot. That's what I get for smoking weed. Don't smoke weed, children. I take back what I said earlier.
Such a build
Don't
up
smoke
for
weed.
a fuck all.
Exactly. No, I mean the thing is though, when it comes to supporting people, I will always try my best to support people on and off stream, dropping emotes, dropping stuff like that. But for me, chat interaction matters most.
Mm.
So it's not a bad thing to let them know that you're still there,
Yeah.
but it is a better thing for you and for them to create a 5-minute conversation.
Yeah.
I had to reread that question to get to my point again, by the way. But that was my point, really. And no matter what, as long as you are interacting with your stream as well, and if when you're streaming, if you're able to interact with your chat, or at least do your best to make them aware of what you're doing, so you aren't getting stuck in that loop where people are leaving constantly because you aren't chatting or whatever, then you're going to be absolutely fine. And especially because you've got your core community there that know who you are, how you are, what you do.
Yeah,
You know,
it's
so they'll help kind of lead people on, you know, and make them understand your channel and how you are.
Warm, yeah, that is possible. It's just like for me back then that was the reason, so I had covered it up, because now not seeing the viewer count definitely makes sure that I am always me, always the happy me that I want to be, and not showing any type of small disappointment if I have that covered.
Yeah, but I mean, obviously with what they're saying there, yes, it can drop with non-related stream
Yeah.
reasons.
It
Yeah,
doesn't.
because
It
as I
doesn't have
said,
to be
Twitch
your.
Twitch does have a stoppage. They will try and stop your numbers growing. I'm telling you,
And it's not
Twitch
because
do
you
not
are
want you
a
to make partner.
bad streamer or anything. They could just gone to
They don't
bed.
want you to. They just
Or
right, but they just don't want you going somewhere as well, though. The company Twitch themselves would rather pay you less and more. That's a fact. So they will down your viewer count to make sure that you don't get paid as much ad revenue, that you don't get a higher CCV count. You know, I tell you what. See what's funny? Actually, relating to that, you probably could have been partnered already if Twitch didn't fuck with your shit.
oh,
It's true. It's true. Because the fact of the matter is, not only do they make sure that your viewer list gets down so you can't see every single person that comes into your stream or is in your stream actively, but they also, as I said, cap your concurrent viewer count.
yeah.
So it makes it a lot harder for you to be able to get past a specific barrier, and you get stuck. So you'll see yourself hitting maybe, like, you can look at your stream summary when you're finished. You might not look at your viewer count, but you will probably look at your stream summary sometimes, and you can see that you got stuck at 70 for a long time, but you never got to that barrier of 75. That's Twitch capping your CCV, because they've literally made you hit a roadblock.
I even somewhat feel there are certain levels, but it's conspiracy already. But I feel like there are some levels to break like certain amount of followers or viewers, then it goes further.
Not necessarily. Twitch also base their algorithm off numbers, viewer numbers, collabs, subs, bits, and viewer traction. And chat interaction. So there's 6 things that they'll base your stream off of. All of those things together will push your stream more. But for the tops of categories, right? Tops of categories, you have to have a high viewer count. That to have the algorithm push you to random people on like front page, even though you're not on the front page wheel at the top, I'm meaning, but as a recommended streamer, you need to have a traction of each thing, because each thing matters as much as the next. They're little things, little cogs in a wheel, but all the cogs matter. So that's how Twitch's algorithm works. So don't forget that. They'll always focus on those 6 things. But okay, so we talked an awful lot there on that one. That's not a bad thing, by the way. But we talked an awful lot on that one, and we still had another bonus question to come in as well. So, the final bonus question that I had for you is, if you could tell yourself anything at day one, anything at all, what would that have been?
I would have learned how to do graphic design and draw digitally so that I could make my own shit. And don't rely on other people to do everything for me.
basically teach yourself more skills
Yeah.
sooner, basically. I used to love and hate because if you love me, I'll always be in your heart, and if you hate me, I'll always be in your head.
But it's
Ah,
fun. Well, at least I'm glad to hear that Happy doesn't mind making my stuff. And Darth, I agree with that entirely. And you forced me
so
to steal art. It's a good thing. I'm so sorry.
so does anybody else have any other questions they would like to ask? Now is your time for that final Q&A section where you can get everything out there and we can kind of focus more on the chat for the next 5 minutes or so. And you guys tell us anything you want to know. Like, give us something that you might have been curious about. We've had some good questions already in the chat. We haven't had one bad question yet. Thank you for the follow, by the way. Are there any streams you'd like to do but don't feel like you have the means to do it yet? Hmm. Honestly, yes, to a degree. But it's more for me, not necessarily a stream that I want to do, but more the stream quality of what I've got. Like I would love to make things 5 times better than what they are right now, but I'm so limited technology wise.
Mm.
But I don't feel like there's a specific game or feature or anything like that that I feel like I'm held back from.
No, I feel like I've managed to do all the streams that I like to do, even if there were some minor technical difficulties. Because with like the latest iBob Raw stream that I've done, I've now figured out I need a third webcam because my overhead webcam constantly moving and slipping away during the stream has really started to bother me.
I can understand that, to be fair. Look, the only thing for me is webcams add so much CPU usage to your fucking
Mm.
OBS. Holy goddamn shit. This is why I stopped capture card streaming. I use less CPU usage playing a game on my PC than I did when I didn't.
Hello?
Like, it's
I
insane.
am the one and
Like, I
only.
didn't think it would cause more. But, yeah.
It's true. Yeah. It's the then I think that third webcam will definitely like it will always be here in the right position, but I will only plug it in when needed, so then at least it doesn't always take as much stuff as needed.
Yeah. I'm trying to figure out whether Codin is joking or not at this point. He's like, I bodies on OnlyFans. I'm a bit worried about
No,
that
I
comment.
think he means it. I think he would like me to have an OnlyFans.
Keep dreaming, Sonny Jim.
And
That's what I'd
after
say to
next
that.
week, you're gonna start prepping the package. I'm very curious what's gonna come in.
I took that as so bad. I'm sorry, my dirty mind just kicked straight in. Holy shit.
Register with OnlyFans. I can upload my hairy butt pics and we split the money. Sounds like a deal.
But here, listen, this is the only thing that I'd have the issue with, right? If you were splitting an OnlyFans account with somebody, especially a male friend, right? Would that not be weird if you go on and then you have to see what they've uploaded? You'd be like, oh, I've seen things I don't want to see. I'm scarred. That's it. And then
I mean,
vice versa. They're going to see what you've done. Like, oh no.
it's at your own risk, right?
At your own risk. That's like entering somebody's house that's got a big dog.
That's
Entering at
also your
risk.
own risk if you're gonna rob some people.
Oh, 100%. Oh no, Coda, we've touched on a few dirty things already. Trust me, we've had a couple dirty laughs already. Don't
I
you
was
worry
actually being
about
good for once.
that. Well, listen. So, what did you say about a capture card? A capture card adds more CPU usage to my OBS than what it does when I game. So if I game on the PC, even it's less CPU usage. Yes, it's more graphically, but it's a lot less CPU usage. Monster loves to be touched in a dirty way. Shh! Stop telling everybody! Stop! Jebus! Even Cody, saying Jeebus Christ. Oh, that's funny. So, listen, Evo, I really appreciate you coming on here and
I
being
appreciate
so
you asking.
forthright. This is definitely the longest episode I've done. But
I
well worth it to
apologize.
top off the No, don't apologise. If anything, I'm grateful to have had a longer episode for the end of the series.
Mm.
Because this has turned out to be really well. You've answered the questions fantastically, and you've kept your head screwed on whilst doing it. You've not been able to go off topic as much as what I did, fuck's sake. So at least there's that, you know what I mean? At least you're not like me and you delve into 20 different things when you talk.
No, like I've been writing my stream happenings things down, but not officially in my book, to like not disturb the interview, because otherwise it would have been even longer.
Off topic is the best. Damn right, off topic is the best. Damn right. Well, guys, listen, I'm glad you've enjoyed it. If you guys want to check out the other 2 episodes, they are on YouTube right now. On my YouTube, Mr. Monster Munch 2000, and on my Patreon page, Mr. Monster Munch 2000 as well. So you will find it there on both platforms. You're more than welcome to see the first 2 episodes. This episode will be uploaded to Patreon next Wednesday and uploaded to YouTube next Friday. So look out for that. So 6 days' time, this will be uploaded to YouTube, so you guys can watch it back anytime. So, as I say, guys, you have been absolutely fantastic. Thank you so much for joining us for this. Thank you for some of the questions as well. I really, really appreciate that. And as I say, guys, I hope you have a fantastic day, whatever you are going to get up to. I don't know about Ibo, if she's got anything to add in, anything she wants to say before we get
No,
ended up here,
this
because
was
I don't know if you're
great.
going to move on to something else, or if
No,
this is you for
I'm
today.
gonna continue with my just chatting, because I need to do bookkeeping.
Perfect. Well, I know who I'm raiding then. But listen, for me, a big massive thank you to everyone for this. Make sure you follow through to our collaborator here, who is going to be staying live, doing some just chatting and chilling. Follow through, drop a follow if you haven't already. Go make some friends, guys. You know what I mean? Make some friends, intertwine. You're all welcome to join the Monster Cave and Ivo's Colour League Discord as well. Is that right? Colour League. Is that correct?
Yeah, the Colour League. Yes.
I was right. Yay! So, those links will be dropped in chat when we get a chance. I will. Have you got a link for the Monster Cave already? You can make one if you want. You can drop it in chat at any point. Obviously, they can come over to my chat and hit ! Discord as well at any point.
Shh! Look!
Hey! Let's go. TMC. TMC. Let's go. I love it. So there you go. So there's the Monster Cave, and obviously the Colour League is advertised on the Molyos channel, and she'll drop it in our chat as well. But guys, thank you so much. We're going to raid over to Ebo. Have a fantastic day wherever you are. I'll be back on in a couple of hours once I've chilled with the missus for a little bit. So I'll be coming on to play some WWE very shortly. But anyway, guys, have a fantastic day. As I said, look out for the upload to YouTube and Patreon, and enjoy the raid over to Ibo. Ibo, thank you again.
Yeah,
And
thank
I hope you enjoy your stream.
I will, thank you.
Right, well, thank you very much.
Of course. Alright, have a great rest of your evening. Have fun with the missus.
I will.
And,
I will.
yeah, I'll see you later.
soon. Yeah, I'll be in chat.
Alright. Let me turn... Hold on. Turn... Oh, crap. Hi. Now, it's probably not working here because I had my webcam on to, Discord. Ah, that's fine. Okay, you will not see me. You will see my hands. I'm sure that that is, okay too, right? But, Mr. Monster Munch, thank you so much for the raid. How unexpected. I will hand stream. Yeah, my face is currently not visible.
This feels a little impulsive.
What about buying a stand instead of a new camera? Yeah, but if I buy a stand, that means that this webcam I'm still constantly gonna have to move. And I just don't want to do that. Ross, thank you so much for the gifts up. Let me write it down on this piece of paper first, because I'm gonna have to backtrack. Oh yeah, that's actually, you're right. That's a good point. That is a good point. We're deactivating it. And then we're making it active again. Yay! There I am. There you go. Hi. Perfect. Thank you. I forgot about it. I knew that was a thing. I don't know why I did not do that. You know your stuff. That's true. I forget about my stuff. You never need an OnlyFans. I'm right here. Okay. So, today was, or is, the 6th. Thank you. It's always just the thought of it starting that scares me, but once we're actually on, no biggie. Okay. All the stuff that happened during today's stream. It was King of the Redlands resub. Oh, no, it's not you. It's me. Lurking and gotcha tapped. I'm on my break from work. Gonna get some food. No problem. Thank you so much for the tap. I really appreciate that. Thank you. I hope your work day is going well and that the food is gonna be lovely. That's what your ex said. It's not you, it's me. It's such a typical thing to say, isn't that? Oh, 12 hours long? That is indeed very long. Hey, I am good. How was your stream? How did it go? Or how is it going? I don't know if you're still going. And then a 7 stream streak from Aiko. Right. Let's get this started. We are writing down the resub of King of the Randoms. Oh, I need jumps. Oh boy. Resub 10 months. Not yet, but I should probably make one. Alright, written this one down. Let me do the high knee jumps. That's there working too. No, you just ended tech issues and getting a headache, so come off for the night at a win. So I'm happy with that. Oh, I'm glad to hear that you had a win. I'm so sorry about the tech issues and your headache, though. Alright. There you go. High knee jumps. Just realized the trap Ibo set for herself. My trap? What did I do? You look thirsty? Thank you. And the squats, oh boy. We can first do outfit check. Then based on the outfit, we can pick the worst possible exercise. I think the worst possible exercise will always be the high knee jumps. Alright, squats. And the last one. Hey, Case! Good to see you. How you doing? Welcome in. Happy Saturday. Alright. Let me switch my camera so that you can see what I'm doing. Resub from Eben. 25 months. What I am doing today? Well, I was part of Mr. Monster Munch podcast, which has just ended. But normally during my stream, whenever something happens, I always instantly write it down in my book. But because of the podcast, I've not been doing that. So I'm now just doing my accounting, really. Just, I wrote down everything separately to what happened, and now we're writing it down officially in the book. So, this might be very boring. Thank you, Evan. So stream is almost over. Well, I still have a lot of stuff to write down, and depending on how busy chat might be getting, it could still take a while. I appreciate that. Alright, King of the Randoms gift sub. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. No games today? Nope. No games today. At least, I don't think so. Looking at the time, with how long this might take, I don't think I have time to play some games. And Coden wants me to be an OnlyFans star. I kinda need you to make me a cocktail, if you want me to, do that one. And I kinda need to make sure that I don't bark the kids awake. For the OnlyFans? Just get noodles next to the mic, you'll win every time. How about she only barks if she sees something or thinks she sees something. She doesn't bark when I want her to bark. Hey, Pete, good to see you. How you doing? Welcome in. If you bark at the screen, she will see a dog, she might bark at it. It's true. All good, just chilling. Nice. Before she takes a huge bite from the laptop screen. Mm-hmm. Picking up the dog tomorrow morning for a little, over a week. Okay. Again? Write faster, complain less. When have you ever heard me complain during this entire stream? The only thing that is coming out of your mouth has been rudeness. But sure, I'm the problem. Because I'm not calm? I can see you're very not calm, the anger in your eyes, the drool on the side of my mouth, and the wet nose, and think I have an idea what could help you calm down. Let me just install it, because I'm sure that it's not gonna take forever. Wow. Wow. Yes, there you go. And then at least I have it ready. Well, that was instantly finished. Alright, Niz, could you make me a cocktail then, please? Only vodka. Okay. What do you want? Surprise me.
This the pretty boy anthem. If you tall, sexy, handsome, you a certified gigolo.
Hey, we bad. Good to see you. How you doing? Welcome in. Vodka Red Bull? No, I kind of want to sleep after stream. Just let us know when we have to use the chuck command. Or Vodka Red Bull it is. A bit disappointed? How so? Why are you disappointed? I'm good, thank you. How are you doing? Was your festival and didn't win any of the 2 prizes? Well, 2 prizes is also very little. How many people were participating? It will be vodka monster, so not that bad. Okay. Can't expect to always win. You participated, which is already more than a lot of people do. 10 participants? I mean, the majority didn't win. Do you want me to unleash the monster? Yeah, and 2 people were better than you. That's how things go. That might also be it. Especially with only 10 participants. Making the same people win all the time. It's not fair. As you were crossing out stuff on the list, I heard it like barking. Oh, you really want me to play the game? I mean, I feel like not letting people compete is bad for business. But letting them compete and just give the prize to somebody else, that seems, well, I don't want to say fair, but that makes sense. No, I yeah.
That's good.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Not too bad.
Depends. Thanks. No. Not more.
Okay. It's just oranges. Well, we have the white monster, and the white monster is orange. Hey Linksy, good to see you. How you doing? Welcome in. You're okay? I'm glad to hear that. I'm good. Thank you. Thank you for asking. White monster come with goth chicks to I don't know. Would you still consider me to be like a goth girl? Not really. I never really was that much of a goth girl. I was more emo. Now I'm rock chic. And I have to make another one for me to finish the can. Or you can just make the other one for you because you liked it so much. And then you come help me barking. God girl spit? Ooh, that doesn't sound appealing. It does to you, men? Really? Ugh. Only for me? Okay. Alright. Finally got everything down. Could be a family event, everyone barking at the screen, and Noodles is like, what the fuck are you barking at? Maybe she just, like, matches the energy and starts barking with us. Alright, now I can say proper thank you to everybody. I think half of these people is not here anymore, but... King of the Randoms, thank you so much for the resub and the 5 gift subs. Eben, thank you so much for the resub. Ross, thank you so much for the 5 gift subs. Gemomat, thank you so much for the raid. I really appreciate that. Thank you. Eben, thank you so much for the bits. Kiyukazi, thank you so much for the 10 stream streak. Vapor, thank you so much for the bits. Matt Titan, thank you so much for the 3 stream streak. Rolzak, thank you so much for the 3 stream streak. Andy, thank you so much for the 3 stream streak. Mrs. Monster Munch, thank you so much for the follow. Ross, thank you so much for the gift sub to Mr. Monster. Aiko, thank you so much for the 7 stream streak. And that was it. I got it. Maybe I can bark you away, awake, Vapor. Alright, this is long overdue, but hello everybody from Jebo Matt's stream. I am Iboya, but you can call me Ibo. I am a variety streamer where we play lots and lots of different types of indie games. But today we were a guest on Mr. Monster Munch's podcast. I also do lots of arts and crafts. I make stuff out of beads. I paint on puzzles like these or on tiny little canvases like this, which you can all redeem with your Twitch channel points. You can stick around or don't, it's totally up to you. I appreciate it nonetheless. You bark like a chihuahua? I don't know. I haven't really tried. And I'm kinda scared of actually starting to do it. How are you today? I'm good, thank you. How are you? Welcome in. Okay. That's true, there's no better time to try now. Let me... because now I can turn this off for a second. Because I had the music going to make it not so silent while I was doing my stuff. It has one hidden achievement. Okay. You and I should do a Bob Ross collab sometime once I get my camera set up. Ooh, that sounds so fun! Yes! There is Chinese on my screen. I cannot read that. Ah, thank you so much for the biddies. Much appreciated. I cannot read this. No, Chinese. And a 3-stream streak. Let's go. No. Actual Chinese. I should also change my category. Good for you. And a 3-stream streak. Alright. I think it means that he's been supporting 20 people. Alright, Nox, thank you so much. I appreciate you. Thank you. Alright, before we are gonna continue with Chinese, let me change my things. Ah, thank you so much for the bits. What am I gonna call this? Bow wow. Okay. Updated it. I mean, I kind of hope that if we just click on continue. See? Language. English. There you go. That's what I was waiting for. Here it is. There are daily challenges. Alright, we need to play 5 battles. Get a knock out 5 victories and win 5 in a row. It says press any button to start and work like a madman. Pretty much. kinda scared to start. Are we, so you can do a CPU battle, you can do a solo mode, you can do a dark road, there's a shop? Oh, we can buy doggos! But we need points for winning. What is this constantly? It looks like it's loading, but it can't really load. I didn't click. What is Bow Wow Battle? A game where you bark into your microphone to battle. Become a dog, bark, and win. Alright. How a battle works. Stay quiet during countdown. Don't make noise. Bark with all you've got. When this... Oh. It just closes on its own. I'm not clicking on anything. Random match, let's go. My side hurts. Does this mean there's somebody? Or are you just searching? There might not be anybody else playing this. Alright, back to select because there's nobody online. So we're doing solo mode? There are more things coming. I'm so sorry. This is ridiculous. Alright. Oh my god, start the battle! This game is so broken. Or do I need to play this as a puppy because I do not have enough points yet? I only have 15. I cannot play anymore, what's going on? There you go. You only get 15 points. That is gonna take forever if you wanna open up all the other things. What is Dark Road? Alright, gives us a whole lot more points. Even looks like one eye is more open than the other while barking. My voice. A beach at the sea breeze, watching a dog charge his stubby legs, the puppy smiled. We're the same. Imagine they probably feel like this game dogs, I mean, they probably do. Now that I'm thinking, this could be a great strategy when making a point in a company meeting. Oh, it took me too long to click on something and it just automatically goes back. This game is no chill. Oh, I barely made that. I couldn't get the last part to go. Oh my god. Alright. Standing in the sun, that was a great golden dog. For the first time, the puppy thought I might not win. Well, apparently I had struggles with beating the corgi, so I'm not sure if we can win the versus the golden retriever. Alright. I'm so sorry for your cat. I didn't click on anything, just automatically start. Yeah, Nis, I don't know if you're still listening, but I feel like you should probably try this too. I kind of want to see you do this as well. Oh, I did not win that at all. There was no chance. Oh, my voice. Oh. I'm curious how this works though. Is it a decibel thing? I think so. I'm not sure. Nis needs to come in for the boss fight barking. He needs to. I need your help. Apparently I'm not strong enough to do that. What? Ja, ik denk ook wel dat hij heel luid is.
Follow the eyebrow, follow the eyebrow.
This just informed me that Aiden was slowly waking up, and this is what I was afraid of. Oh. I woke Aiden up. Alright, but this is a fun thing though, but I cannot do that when the kids are home. I did, well, I wasn't, show speed, is that the golden retriever? Because that's the only one I lost against. Also, Grey Wolfie, thank you so much for the follow. I really appreciate that. Tomorrow, both kiddos gonna be like, goddamn noodles, right? You should be as silent as possible. So I guess it's taking a reference, the measure bark length to that reference. Maybe, I guess so. Yeah. Oh, I don't know. I also do not care. Is I show speed, is he the one barking with the golden retriever? Oh really? That's wild. I got this game gifted by Vapor yesterday because he sent me a reel of someone doing this. And I thought that's hilarious. So we were we were just checking it out. This Mimic was barking at people? Mm. Oh no, Aiden is crying. Yeah, that is definitely, that's hilarious, but I cannot do that when the kids are home. Alright. Oh, right! Yes! You commented on 2 of my shorts. My voice just entirely disappeared. His ego is too big if you ask me. I stay clear of like big streamers because that's usually how they are and I don't want anything to do with it. This game completely destroys you. You can't play it anymore. No. Well, I mean, not today. But there is an achievement, so I do have to play it again sometime. But I don't know what the achievement is. It might be that I need to defeat the golden retriever. It's fun, but rather have you be able to speak. I might need to just try and get Nis to do it, because he has like a louder voice. And that might help. There is one achievement, apparently. The Grey Wolf, the thing that I've just done is that I've written down your follow in my Stream Happenings book of 2026. That means that it is now official and there's no turning back, so welcome to the family. Alright. I'm just gonna cut it short here. Cause I woke my kids up with my loud barking. So might be good for me to not be here anymore. Plus my voice. I fucked up my voice. So maybe not talking for a little bit might be a good idea too. Thank you for the podcast 3-minute barking. You're welcome. Honestly, that barking was really fun though. It is so fucked. It's not been used that excessively. Now all of your houses are safe again. Sorry for everybody watching with headphones on. I also have like pains in my side. It kind of started right before I started to drink of my cocktail. Not sure where those are coming from. I must be the baby. You mean Aiden, right? Right. Maybe, or maybe this is still some leftover pain that came back because of the butter shaking. Or I heard something by barking so loudly. Breaking news, streamer ended up in hospital because she barked too loud. Hey, I gave it my all. You cannot tell me I didn't. I ordered tarhutella carbonara to deal with my sorrow. Hopefully it'll help. Alright, I found one.
Bing, you said you'd be right back,
I'm gonna head to bed now. Well, shower, prepare, bed. It says this is still kind of long procedure. I get that. That makes sense. Alright. We are gonna go and rate, so I would appreciate it if you guys would copy and paste the rate message. If you are not a sub, then feel free to change the emotes. For everybody that is in chat but not yet in Discord, feel free to join so you don't miss out on any of the fun, meaning every Wednesday's movie night. But also be the first to know about my stream schedule and special announcements. My special thanks of today go to King of the Randoms for the resub and the gift subs, Eben for the resub and for the bits, Ross for the gift subs, Yebo Matt for the raids, Kiyokazi for the stream streak, Vapor for the bits, Matt Titan, Rolzak, and Andy for the stream streak, Mrs. Monster Bunch for the follow, Aiko for the stream streak, Nux for the bits and for the stream streak, and Grey Wolf for the follow as well. Thank you guys so much. I really appreciate it. We are gonna go say hi to the Kuma stream. And she is currently playing Path of Exile. I will be back again on Monday, and on Monday we are gonna continue with latch hooking the pillowcase. So hopefully I will see you all then. If not, then I hope you have a great rest of your weekend and a perfect start to your week. And I am sure that we are gonna talk. So bye.
Hop down, beating down, falling so hard, I'm going down. Cool games, making me sweat, trying so hard, no I haven't won yet. I can't paint, I can't game, only thing to do is just to stay the same. I can't sing, I don't care. Yes, I'm amazing, but please don't you faint. Hello Kitty sitting on the bed, Noodle sleeping tight or barking away. I've got booze under my desk, all I have to do is just drink when I lose. Can't paint, I can't game, only thing to do is just to stay the same. I can't sing, I don't care. Yes, I'm amazing, don't you faint? See, I'm already going for it again. Yes, I'll always take a stand. The stream goes on, the level goes down. But baby, don't you worry because I don't frown. I laugh so hard, it makes me snort. I never thought this stupid joke would crack me up. I can't paint, I can't game, only thing to do is just to stay the same. I can't sing, I don't care. Yes, I'm amazing, don't you faint? All those little jokes all the time, nothing truly bad, no it's alright. Having a blast with some friends. No, I can't paint, I can't game, only thing to do is just to stay the same. No, I can't sing, I don't care. Yes, I'm amazing, but please don't you faint. No, I can't paint. No, I can't game.
It's so much fun.